for Aya Baby Girl. Where Aya Baby Girl at? Going once? Going twice? Where you at, Aya Baby Girl? I need to see you. At the roof of the car. Where you at?
What? I don't want to be
Where you
on the
at?
live. I don't want to get on the live.
I got to see you. I got to take you off, baby.
Hi.
Okay, sweetheart. Where you at in the world? What city?
Philly.
Oh, you in Philly with me. Where you at right now? Because you driving, I'm driving. Where you at right now?
I'm on Tyson and I'm going over to Frankfurt, Tyson and Frankfurt, I think.
Oh, you down in Frankfurt?
No,
okay.
I'm not.
I'm in North Philly right now. I'm up by Fairmount. I just came from getting my favorite lamb burger from my favorite lamb burger shop. I'm up north. You always down in Frankfurt. What's on your mind today, sweetheart? What's on your mind today?
Nothing.
How you feeling about black people?
How I feel about black people?
Yeah, what we need to do. Talk to me. What's with all these killings in Philly? The Daily News the other day said we done already lost 7 people. It hurts my heart. But what's going on with these murders in Philly? Like, what's going on?
Well, I don't know. I have 2 boys. I have 2 boys of my own. One is 20 and he'll be 17 in 2 weeks.
Okay.
So I don't know. I try my best to just keep them close to me.
Keep them around the right people. Keep them close to me. Get them around some strong men. Make sure you study that social group. You got to know who your children are hanging out with, because so many of our young people are being murdered by association, guilty by association. So you got to know that peer group. Got to know that peer group.
Right. Well, my oldest son, he sings. He's an artist. His name is Psy.D.
Oh man, that's what's up. How is he good? He's pretty good. Well, this is what I want you to listen to this clearly. All right. I'm working on a documentary, The War Against Black Boys, right? And we're about to start taping again next week. If your son is willing to sing in the documentary, it will be a cappella, no background music, pure voice, and it must be outside. So he will choose a background anywhere in the city of Philadelphia. And my camera crew will come and film your son singing a cappella in the hood. We want it to be natural and organic, and the content has to be something about black pride, black power, black men, black family, black people. As long as it's positive and related to us, he can drop a quick little, 1 or 2 minutes, a cappella. And my documentary going to be shown all over the world. So you might want to run that past him, because this will be an opportunity to really get his product out there. All right. Now you're driving. Is there somebody in the car who could take my number so you can have that conversation with your son? Because if y'all decide to let him sing, y'all can text me so I can add y'all to the interview list.
Mr. Truly, can you get this number?
Take this number. This might be just what he's looking for. Because I'm the Prince of Pan-Africanism. I'm on 7 continents. So we can really get him out there.
I follow you a lot.
I'm glad to hear that.
Let me know when you're ready. Before you was down at his uncle's spot in North Philly, the little crisis response center,
Samad, that sounds familiar. I know that name.
You was down there before. They got the little jail cell truck out there. In the
yes, 16th Street.
Yeah, I had seen you down. I seen you on the live down there.
Okay, yes indeed. She ready for that number? It's 215.
215.
Is this your son right now? Look at the live. Somebody said, "Reach Psy.D, I'm her son." That's your son?
Is
it right there?
Let me see.
It says, "Reach Psy.D. Don't you crash. Keep your eyes on that road." Reach Psy.D. That's probably him.
That is probably him.
Yep, he said, so Reek Sadiq, you need to take this number because your mom is driving, and if she crashed, I got to get the car fixed, and I can't afford that right now. All my money is tied up in the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. The phone number is 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. If you forget the number, all you got to do is go to my website, DrUmarJohnson.com. 989-9858.
Okay.
Have him text me. What I need y'all to do is send me a quick little snippet of him performing. It could be a YouTube video, anything. I just need to see him singing. 10 seconds. Then I just need to get a feel for him. Then I'm gonna hit y'all back. Make sure y'all decide where y'all want him to be singing at, outside somewhere, and we're gonna make it happen next week because we're gonna start filming again next week.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, love. Have a good day.
You too.
All right now. Peace and love. I forgot to tell y'all, the shockumentary is back on schedule. The shockumentary will be released Kwanzaa 2020 at the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. All my supporters better be there. I don't care if you live in Africa, Europe, Australia, the Caribbean, Central America, South America, the South Pacific. If you consider yourself a Prince of Pan-Africanism supporter, you better be at FDMG Kwanzaa Week 2020. We taking the whole shit over. We taking the whole shit over. And for Philadelphia, you will be getting interviewed for the shockumentary next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. New Jersey, you will be getting interviewed the first week of February, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. New York City, you will be getting interviewed the second week of February, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you are a Black parent in Philadelphia, if you are a Black teacher in Philadelphia, if you are a Black youth worker in Philadelphia, if you are a Black parent in New Jersey, a Black teacher in New Jersey, a Black youth worker in New Jersey, if you are a Black parent in New York City, a Black teacher in New York City, a Black youth worker in New York City, if you have a story, a strong story about your child, about one of your students, about one of the young Black men you care about, and if you're ready to tell that story on camera, I need to be getting a text message from you. 215-989-9858. 215-989-9858. You can also email DrUmarJohnson@yahoo.com. Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, you are up next. Don't blow this chance to tell the truth about how they school to prison pipeline your son. Don't miss a chance to tell the truth about how they school to prison pipeline your student. Don't miss a chance to tell the story of how they school to prison pipeline your nephew, your brother, your cousin. Grown Black men are more than welcome to tell their story. Grown Black men are more than welcome to tell their story. If you're a grown Black man, you might be 18, 21, 30, 35, 40 years old. If you're a grown Black man and you got a story to tell about what they did to you, get in touch with Dr. Umar Johnson. The revolution starts now. New Orleans, February 1st. Washington, D.C., February 8th. White Plains, New York, February 29th. Oklahoma City, March 21st. Los Angeles, California, March the 7th. Ocean Spring, Mississippi, April the 18th. Chicago, Illinois, September 12th. The blinds, where you at? Open the blinds up. Let there be light, my brother. Let there be light.
All right, let's see here.
That's a little better. Go ahead and rap to me, brother. Where you at in the world? Where you at?
I'm in Los Angeles right now.
Los
on Skid Row.
I will be in Los Angeles March the 7th for the Black Parent Training and Sunday, March the 8th at the Blessed Love Cultural Center. 2 days in LA. The Prince is back.
Where that's at?
Blessed Love.
Where that's at?
You can text me for the info. I'll text it to you.
All right.
What's on your mind today? What's on your mind today? Any questions or comments for the Black family?
Man, a whole lot, but it's like more on that history. You know how you go back to Frederick and shit, right? You know?
Yes, sir.
It's
Kinsman. Frederick Douglass and
my
4 times great-grandfather were first cousins and potentially half brothers. If you ever read Frederick Douglass' narrative of the life, he talks about cousin Stephen, growing up with cousin Stephen. Well, cousin Stephen is Stephen Bailey, Dr. Umar's 4 times great-grandfather.
Okay, so are you familiar with Dane Calloway?
Yeah, I know the name.
Okay, y'all. Well, see, you know a lot already, but see, it's like, damn, I haven't got to touch on. You the first person I got to touch with, but I'll be like doing a lot of YouTube. You one brother and stuff, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, you know how you know something, and it's like, but it's a claim to something, and you still getting all this information, like about the pyramids, Montezuma, and all that. And you know what I'm saying? It's like the people that was natives here, it was like a small percentage of people that was African. Most of them was native, and everybody, you know what I'm saying, basically POW. We basically held captive and captivity type.
I don't necessarily agree totally with that narrative. The native Africans in America prior to the slave trade came here from Africa. There is no Black person in the world who does not come from Africa. There is none. Biologically, genetically, anthropologically, there is no way you can dispute the African origin of all humanity. It's impossible to dispute it biologically and genetically. You can dispute it philosophically. Remember, when you're dealing in theory, you can make anything sound good. You understand? When you're dealing in theory, but when you're dealing in artifacts and evidence and proof, there is no disputing the African origin of civilization. There is no disputing it. None whatsoever.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. See, that's Ham, right? Africa's Ham, right? I'm talking about Shem.
I don't necessarily ascribe to the narrative that Shem, Ham, and Japheth were necessarily fathers of different human families, because African people were already around in the millions. We numbered in the millions before Shem, Ham, and Japheth ever were brought into this world.
Yeah, but I'm saying that's what we go by, though. That's when they said the last time.
Go by. I do not go by a biblical narrative. I am older than the Bible.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Older than the Quran. I am older than the Torah. I am older than all religious books that some of us use to try to justify our existence and identity. I'm older than all of that.
I shovel, money. I shovel all that. Hey, you from Chicago, right? Or Philly? No, you from Chicago or Philly? I forget.
In Philly.
That's where you from, or you from Chicago?
No, I'm from Philly and I live in Philly. Born in Philly, live in Philly, from Philly.
What part of Philly?
But here, let me get this to you. Let me give this to you. Because I don't want you to spend the next 10, 20 years studying the past. I want you to spend the next 10, 20 years building for the future. One of the weaknesses we have as people, African people, whatever name you want to use is fine with me. I use the term African. One of the weaknesses that we have as a people is our entire focus is on things that have already happened and that you can't do anything about. And that is a problem, because we have problems that can only be solved now and in the future. You cannot go to the past to solve a problem. You can only solve a problem in the present and in the future. And one of our biggest shortcomings as a people, and especially in the Black conscious community, is that we are always trying to go back into the past to solve problems that exist now. The European is focused on the future. The Chinese are focused on the future. The Arabs are focused on the future. Latinos are focused on the future. Africans are focused on the past. You cannot solve a problem in the past. You can only solve problems here and now.
Okay, I got another question for your schooling, right? What's going to be your curriculum at your schooling? What's going to be different from any other school? What you going to be teaching them?
Well, number one, the foundation of the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy will be different from every school in the world because our foundation is based on nation building. We are building Black gods. We are not getting people just ready to work. We are not getting people ready to go to college. We are not getting people ready to go slave for white folks. Our curriculum is based on producing revolutionary, pan-African nationalist nation builders. So with that being said, our 6 key areas of instruction will be economic, science, real estate, investment, stocks, bonds, banking, corporation, business plan, operational plan. We want our boys to understand money, how to make it, how to use it, how to transform it into a strategy of liberation. So
can I suggest one more?
Military science, self-defense, with weapons and without weapons. With weapons and without weapons. Military science. Marcus Garvey Jr. Gun Club. Marcus Garvey Jr. Gun Club. The Harriet Tubman Hunting Brigade. The Harriet, we be out there hunting, my brother. It's going to be real, brother. It's going to be real.
That's what's up.
It's going to be real.
That's what's up.
And guess what? You will be invited to come join your little brothers when we go out camping, when we up in the mountains, when we out there hiking, when we living off of nature, when they learning how to survive off of the wilderness. We talking Black Rambo. Black Rambo.
I appreciate it, fam.
With us.
I'm in a wheelchair though.
That's all right, brother. You coming anyway. If we got to pick up the wheelchair. No, I'm dead serious, brother. I'm dead serious. God don't have no limitations. Do you agree with me? God does not have limitations. Do you agree with me?
I agree. Comprehend it.
So if God doesn't have a limitation, and you are a living, breathing, walking manifestation of supreme consciousness, how can you be limited? How can you be limited? So that means the rest of us who are gods must come to your assistance, God, and we must pick you up in your wheelchair and bring you with us.
Wow. Hey, you know, one time I did that. That's crazy when I was young. And now, you know what I'm saying? Because I had friends that had wheelchairs.
Yes, sir.
So it's crazy. But yeah,
let me give you this. At the very first National Independent Black Parent Association training, when we gave birth to the organization in Baltimore, I believe the year was 2016 or 2017 in Baltimore, 2016, we went to the Great Blacks and Wax Museum. And one of my sisters was in a wheelchair. The Great Blacks and Wax doesn't have an elevator. So guess what the brothers did? We carried her into the slave ship. We picked her up in her wheelchair and carried her into the slave ship at the Great Blacks and Wax Museum. We carried her back out. We carried her upstairs to the lynching memorial. We carried her downstairs to the other exhibit. We carried her back upstairs and carried her out. We don't leave nobody behind. We don't leave nobody behind.
That's up.
The school is going to be unlike nothing you've seen, my bro. I mean, we're going to have programs for people who don't even go to the school. Little black boys who live in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Delaware, in Maryland, because those are the 4 immediate states that we will serve. But black boys anywhere in America will be able to be a part of our weekend academy, where they fly in or get driven in or get bussed in, and they go camping with us. They're going to get instruction with us. In other words, I hear that every black boy can't be there, so we're going to do all that we can to include them in the FDMG program, my brother.
That's up.
It's going to be powerful.
Damn, man.
It's going to be powerful.
Yeah. So who? Okay, have you heard of brother? Oh man, I can't think of it. I tell you, Dan Calloway, but it's another brother.
But here's my question to you. Stop bringing up brothers' names, and let's start bringing up ideas for liberation. See, we can't get into this personality thing. You know, okay,
listen. I got something for you.
But hear me out. Whoever you name, right, my question for you, whoever you name, and you ain't got to name them, because I don't want nobody thinking they important enough for Dr. Umar to be discussing them on my live. I don't discuss other people in the conscious community. None of them are on my level, not one, not a single one. But my question for you would be, whoever you are thinking about in your mind right now, I don't want you to mention a name, but I want to ask you, what institution are they currently building for black people? Now, if you can name somebody who's currently building an institution to help us solve our problems, then you can mention them on my live. But I'm willing to bet you that you can't name a single person from the conscious community that you listen to or follow who is actively trying to build an institution to help solve the problems of black people. Not one of them. Not one of them. I don't know one. Maybe you know one, my brother. I don't know one. I don't know a single person.
Okay, you said the future, right?
Say that again.
You said it's for the future, not the past.
Right now and going future. Right. Who do you know right now is trying to is building an institution? And what institution are they building?
It's somewhat, but it's not really out there. But the Moorish Science Temple, I can't think of his name.
I don't need to know his name. What is the institution?
The Moorish Science Temple.
What is the institution that they're building? That's an organization. What is the institution?
Oh.
Is there a bank?
Yeah.
Are they building banks, schools, factories, hospitals, distribution networks? What is the institution that they are building?
The only person I can think of is Farrakhan.
Okay. And what institution is he building?
To my knowledge, he got all that what you just named out there in Chicago.
So but I ain't Minister Farrakhan. Much respect to Minister Farrakhan, but I thought we were talking about the young brothers in the conscious movement. That's who I thought we was speaking of.
Well, he be talking about aliens too, but I was talking about I'm not
talking about nobody but black folks. Whatever name you want to call them. Moors, Nawapians.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
I don't care about no Indians. I ain't think about no Chinese, no Arabs. I'm worrying about my people. I ain't thinking about nobody else's people.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Listen, we got to stop using the word black, though.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I have no problem with the word black.
It's not a problem.
No, sir. As the late, great Dr. Khalid, no, sir. As the late, great Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad, whose birthday we celebrate this month, he said, blackness is color, culture, consciousness, and a connection to the supreme creator. I have no problem with blackness. That's all true, but
no. Okay, listen to me. I'm talking about on paper. When we use the word like that, we can't do that. I understand when they say, "Oh, we black," but when you say that, if you got an option, it's on paper, and if it actually black and white, you're supposed to put white.
Okay, so you just
black
said,
is 3/5 of a man.
Wait, you just said that on paper, If somebody asks you, are you black or white, you're supposed to say you're white, correct?
Correct.
And when you call yourself white, what does that do for you in this white supremacy power structure? What does that do for you?
It depends on the situation. That just like I said, that's on that paper. I got to put that. Like, for example.
No. Listen to me right now. Dr. Umar Johnson, and I would never do this, so I'm speaking hypothetically. I'm a black man, unapologetically African. But let's say hypothetically, I say that I'm white on the white man's paperwork. Once I claim that I am white on the white man's paperwork, what is that going to do for me?
It's going to do more for you than a black man.
No. What does it give me? One concrete benefit of calling myself white as a black man in a white civilization?
I guess white privilege.
So you're telling me as a black man, if I call myself white, I can benefit from white privilege in a white man's society.
Are you familiar with the Black Law Dictionary?
I have several copies of it, but I want my question answered.
You gotta look up black and you gotta look up white.
Oh no! I don't have to look it up. No, I understand where you're coming from. I understand.
No, you don't have to. But
no.
Would you look it up, please?
Listen to me, my brother.
Can you look it up, please?
No, listen to me, my brother. Listen. I've been listening to you. Listen. Wait a minute. Once I call myself a free white man, once Dr. Umar calls himself a free white man, what?
You don't gotta say free.
What will change for me once I call myself? So I'm gonna walk into a room full of white people and I'm gonna say, hey, brothers and sisters, I am a free white man. What's gonna happen for me?
You don't gotta say free. You just gotta say white.
Okay,
listen,
I'm gonna walk into City Hall and I'm gonna say I am a white man. What is gonna happen for me? What is gonna happen? How is that gonna help me? By calling myself a white man.
Technically, that's something they should just take off the damn application. If you want to be honest.
No. I want you to stay on point. How do I benefit by calling myself a white man?
I guess it got something with deal with affirmative action or something like you know.
I'm going to.
But this is what
I'm not laughing at you, my brother. I'm not laughing.
No, it's okay.
No,
it is crazy. When I heard it was crazy.
No, somebody told me, right? No, listen to what I'm saying. Here's what the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is there's no such thing.
Oh, my bad.
No,
from a legal standpoint, that's what I forgot to say. I'm sorry, so from a legal standpoint, my bad. That's what I'm supposed to say.
Whose law are we talking about?
The Black Law Dictionary.
No. Whose law, calling myself a white man, will help me in whose legal system?
The maritime law?
No. In whose world if I go to Africa and call myself a white man, does that benefit me in Africa?
I don't know technically because over there, because in Africa, I believe Asian people are considered black.
Okay. Listen. Here's the point I'm trying to make.
White people.
No. I'm not mocking you. The point I'm trying to make is.
Are you familiar with that though?
I'm very familiar with it. My elders are Moors.
Okay.
My elders right here in the city of Philadelphia are Moors. The point that I'm trying to make is this, my brother. Hear me out. There is no paperwork in the universe. There is no paperwork in the universe that will ever liberate you from oppression. Let me say it one more time. There is no paperwork in the universe. Nowhere. No library, no courtroom, no dictionary. There is no paperwork that is going to liberate you from oppression. There's no paperwork.
I hear what you're saying.
You understand me?
I understand what you're saying.
That's my fundamental disagreement with my Moorish brothers. Because some of them, not all of them, but some of them push a narrative on politically uneducated black folks that make them think that they can somehow paperwork themselves out of. If you fill out enough paperwork, if you fill out the right paperwork, if you change up the words, you're somehow going to get free. And I totally disagree with that premise.
Well, when they say, okay, black is supposed to be 3/5 of a person, a man, that's one, that's the law.
Okay,
so when
you
you say
consider
black,
yourself 3/5 of a man?
it ain't what I consider, it's what's on that law.
No. Do you consider yourself 3/5 of a man?
I consider myself a man.
Exactly. So, if you consider yourself a full man, why does the white man's opinion of you matter more than your opinion of yourself?
Because it's his world.
Listen to what you just said. You just answered my question. That's exactly what I wanted you to say. That's exact. You just said, because this is his world. And that's where the Pan-Africanist comes in. That's where the Garveyite comes in. That's where the revolutionary Nash, we come in to tell you, this is not the white man's world. This is our world. God gave it to us, and we do not have to accept his definitions. We do not have to accept his narrative. We do not have to accept his authority, that we have a God-given right to create our own narrative. We have a God-given right to create our own authority. We have a God-given right to make our own definitions. I don't give a damn what the word black means to white people. I don't give a damn what the word free means to white people. The only people whose definitions I'm concerned about are the ones we make for ourselves. And that is the difference between the Pan-Africanist and the Moor. Thank you for that conversation, my brother. I got to get ready to run into this interview here in West Philadelphia. We will talk again soon. Peace and black power.
All right. Peace and love.